No one panic. I know this picture is horrific, but I have 19 slides left to redeem myself. This was me at the height of my gaming addiction. You are seeing me at my worst. Gaming, as you will see, is my halo and my cross. So how did I get to that? I wasn't exactly your model student. I hated reading and writing, and I was constantly placed in remedial language arts classes, which were little more than just holding pens for unteachable students. As a result, I was far behind in school, and that only made me embarrassed and more fearful to learn. To make matters worse, 2001 was my freshman year of high school, a tough time made tougher by the tragedies and atrocities of September 11th and the death of my grandfather a month later. So now, not only was I not motivated in school, but I was frustrated and depressed. I needed something to escape into. In 2001, I found EverQuest, a multiplayer online role-playing game. The tagline of EverQuest was, "You're in our world now." They were right. In EverQuest, you could create a character to look like however you want and play in an open game world, free to make your own choices. Naturally, I wanted to play something exactly like me. Or not. I created Eomir Wormbane, barbarian warrior on the Luckland game server and proud member of the Guild Endorian. Eomir was everything I ever wanted to be. Strong, bold, charismatic, a leader. It would take me years to understand that those qualities were in me the entire time. Well, not physical strength. Slowly but surely, EverQuest was healing me. It gave me a safe place to be myself, to grow and learn. It gave me friends when I didn't have many, and it helped ease the pain that I was feeling. Honestly, the first year of high school was really rough for me. I really believe that EverQuest and the other games that I played saved my life. So what do I mean when I say games? I'm not talking about that kid stuff, no. I'm talking about EverQuest, Dungeons & Dragons, and Magic the Gathering. I'm not talking about checkers, Clue, or chess. You don't buy property, you get into a different kind of trouble, and you don't say sorry. This shit was hardcore. So these nerd games are collaborative in nature, and they focus on teamwork. The only exception is Magic the Gathering, which is a competitive game. They all center around a fantasy theme, and you use a social interaction through what's called an avatar, allowing a player to be himself without fear of judgment or ridicule. So who plays these games? Really, you got your mean nerds who are the worst. You got your successful nerds like Bill Gates, you got your sci-fi and Trekkie nerds, and lastly, you have the rare and elusive hot nerd. They do exist, it's a thing. By the end of high school, it was gaming, strangely enough, that gave me confidence I needed in school. Through Dungeons & Dragons, I learned how to read and write and behave in a socially acceptable manner most of the time. And my vocabulary expanded exponentially through EverQuest. I would soon learn, however, that too much of a good thing isn't good at all. In my freshman year of college, I switched to the next generation of online role-playing games, World of Warcraft, and I was addicted. No longer was this a game for fun. WoW for the next 4 years of my life would come to dominate it. I started caring more about a game world, more so than the real one. As you saw from my first slide, I stopped caring about how I looked, and I barely studied. WoW was a second life for me. I had more friends in the game than I did in real life. And yeah, I even had an online girlfriend. I easily spent 7 hours or more playing the game a day. I wasn't sure how to present that, so I figured tragedy is best explained in song. 436 days, 22 hours, and 53 minutes. How do you measure wasting your life? So when I got out of my video game haze, I realized I was a self-indulgent piece of shit for 4 years, and I should probably go ahead and do something about that. So with a lot of help from some amazing friends and a ton of willpower, I quit WoW, and I was able to get my life back on track. So I wanted my career to be about helping others. So in 2010, I joined Public Allies. Public Allies forged me into the worker I needed to be. The next year, I joined Page 15, a children's literacy nonprofit, and it's everything I ever wanted in a job. 3 years on in my career, and I'm extremely happy there. So gaming has taught me a lot. Gaming can be a fun and educational hobby or a crippling addiction. It can be a social activity with friends or an isolating experience. It can be a safe place to be yourself and be creative, or it's a way to escape from the real world. It's really all how you play it. The one thing it is not, however, is a gateway to the occult. I promise you, gaming does not turn you into an evil magician. I'm not a devil worshiper, and I can't do magic. Or can I? I can't do magic. So I showed you my past, and now I want to show you my future. This upcoming spring, I'm launching Play 15, a children's literacy gaming program that involves education integration through gaming, or more simply put, learning through play. I want to give the best of gaming to my students, something I had to learn by myself growing up. I call the idea the hidden veggie model for that sneaky pasta we find in our grocery stores. I'll be taking games like chess, Magic the Gathering, and Dungeons & Dragons and adapting an educational curriculum around them. These games have educational opportunities in them, and it's my job to bring them out, so our kids will be learning without necessarily being aware that they are. This has been a story of three Phils: Phil the lost, Phil the broken, and Phil the redeemed. I fought through a lot to be here tonight, and I easily could have just been stuck playing games. But I made a different call. I chose service, I chose helping others, and I get to do that with what I love: gaming. Thank you.